Hello everyone, welcome back and thank you for watching my sessions. I hope the episodes are all meaningful and creates a kind of a nice feeling for you to move on. I would want you to progress and identify success factors that contribute to your life and move on and make big changes, creative changes in the society. So today's episode, I would like to discuss on the relationship between communicative intelligence and artificial intelligence. Why should we cultivate a fine sense of communicative intelligence in a world dominated by artificial intelligence? Of course, it's going to be predominant all over the world in due course of time, and we need to robo-proof ourselves, and that's the main reason that I've started this session, started this episode, started this initiative, just to help young minds robo-proof themselves in a context where artificial intelligence becomes a very important or dominant theme. So first and foremost thing, I would want to draw an association between communicative intelligence and artificial intelligence. What I thought I should be starting with is like how it helps, how communicative intelligence helps with human AI interaction design, human AI interaction design. So communicative intelligence is very important to design artificial intelligence. That's what my thesis is. So very importantly, what we need to develop is a very fine sense of intelligence to develop a fine space between human and artificial intelligence interaction. So the design has to be pakka in the sense like it helps, creates a meaningful understanding of human interaction, and it is taken forward by artificial intelligence in its purview, so that it is taken forward in a meaningful manner. That is one very important theme that we need to understand. The design part of it. We need to have a pakka human communicative intelligence that which will design artificial intelligence. Some of us are users, some of us are developers. So users and developers, we need to have this intelligence to make use of and also develop a robust artificial intelligence platform. That is something that we need to keep in mind. The second point that I would like to discuss is like trying to create an explainable AI. What do I mean by this explainable AI is that artificial intelligence should reach to even the commonest of common man, or even to the lay people who don't have any exposure to artificial intelligence. In this case, it's going to be happening sooner or later, and people should be able to understand the context and understand the space better, so that they relate well without being intimidated by it, or without being dominated by it, or without being exploited by it. So we need to kind of create an understanding among the lay population so that it becomes more explainable. So artificial intelligence can't be esoteric. It has to have a human face. It is created by human beings. It is created by us. So naturally, our communication and communicative intelligence plays an important role in developing a very robust, at the same time very easily accessible, understandable context dominated by artificial intelligence. And it also plays a very important role in developing AI-powered communication tools, particularly chatbots, virtual assistants. If it could be more human-like, which could be developed only through human communication or communicative intelligence, that is very sensitive and empathetic to the context. If these tools could be developed with the human face, it is going to be very useful and very robust in its own ways. And moving on to the ethical considerations, I would want to emphasize the fact that communicative intelligence plays a very important role, particularly when it comes to a dialogue between developers and policymakers, developers and the public. or a kind of a tripartite dialogue amongst the developers, amongst the policymakers, and amongst the public. If it would be an open space where communicative intelligence plays a very important role in creating a dialogue, a communicative space where people exchange meaningful interactions relating to whatever policies that affect them, whatever ethical issues that impinge on them in terms of using this particular tool. It could create a better clarity, and it could create a better ecosystem as such. This is something that communicative intelligence could play a very vital role in. And of course, we've been talking about this for a very long time. Job redefinition. It is going to be, jobs are redefined, definitely yes, but not very crucial jobs that which requires human communication, particularly in education, healthcare, and in other systems where human beings and human touch, human interface is very important. So developing a communicative intelligence would help us redefine our own roles, particularly in work systems, and try and make us more efficient, and try and make us more engaging when it comes to interacting with artificial intelligence, or interacting with machines, or interacting with technical interfaces. So it is going to be a redefinition. So we need to develop a role clarity. At the same time, we need to develop certain skills to make it more meaningful, particularly in the work ecosystem. So it also helps us adapt with cultural systems, particularly when it comes to interacting with different ecosystems. Helps us adapt to different sets of population, particularly people coming from diverse backgrounds. So AI can create a system powered by communicative intelligence to reach out to diversity, and reach out to people from different cultures by creating a common denominator, particularly when it comes to communication. Not only translation tools, but also tools that could enhance human interactions in a much more meaningful manner. So this is one important thing that we'll have to try and look at. And very importantly, trust plays a very important role whenever there is new technology that is introduced. Trust and acceptance. So when it comes to trust, communicative intelligence with a human interface, human face, can create a meaningful space where there is a lot of trust and acceptance. Very importantly, only human communication can power AI to be more trustworthy, and also help human beings adapt to this new ecosystem and accept it in a much more productive manner. Because we can't do away with it, so we have to live with it, and so we'll have to also learn to engage in a very meaningful manner. And this is one thing that has to be taken into consideration very carefully. And very importantly, there is a governance issue. Most of the governance is done by artificial intelligence in the developed world. Artificial intelligence powered governance systems are in place where there is much less human interface. It need not be this case, because in most of the service oriented systems, a human interface can be creative, really empathetic, and it can also be very sensitive to the particular situation and context, and respond to it appropriately. Artificial intelligence has to be tuned through communicative intelligence, through human communication, to develop a very meaningful space when it comes to governance, where governance is one point very objective, at the same time doesn't leave the diversity of populations and doesn't leave out on the sensitive and specific nuances of dealing with the population as such, governing the population as such. So this is possible only through a sensible human input by way of communicative intelligence that can prepare a robust system as such. That's what I'm trying to say. And it's going to be the social and the technical variables are going to be in play. It has been in play, and in future it is going to be in play in a much more robust manner. So communicative intelligence can help us with human-machine collaboration. That is what is going to happen. I'm not just referring only to deep learning, machine learning, or supervised, unsupervised, but in day-to-day life, how we are going to collaborate. So human-machine collaboration is going to be very, it's going to occupy majority of our time in future. It's happening now. It's going to be much more predominant in the future. So communicative intelligence can in fact help us with maneuvering this human-machine collaboration to our advantage. This is what I mean by saying robo-proofing ourselves. Not becoming a machine ourselves, but trying to be remaining human and trying to be collaborating in a much more meaningful manner. So it also calls forth for a continuous learning and adaptation. What do I mean by continuous learning and adaptation? Continuous learning is, as we all know, we have to necessarily be lifelong learners. We have to adapt, and we'll have to be. In order to adapt, we need to learn continuously. So, very importantly, communicative intelligence would help us understand the context better and also relate with it and learn the nuances of